Hands to heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Let's open our practice with 3 Oms. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. One more. Inhale. Now today's mantra is the Ganesh mantra. So Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles. We're going to chant Ganesh 21 times. Now to count your mantras, you use the thumb and you count in between the knuckles on the fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to do 21. So you'll do 1 round of your knuckles and then another 2 lots of 4 and leave out the tips of the fingers. So Ganesh mantra, removing all obstacles, is Om Ganapataye Namaha. We're going to chant 21 times. Come into our Buddha Mudra, so the right hand sits on top of the left, thumbs are touching, but you're going to take that right thumb and count your mantras. Just a nice yogic breath here. Exhale. And let's begin. Om Ganapataye Namaha. 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 So let's come into today's pranayama. Going to do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breath. So Kapalabhati breath, we're going to inhale, and on the exhalation we're going to snap the belly, so draw the belly towards the spine, snapping the belly, and exhale forcefully. Inhale will come naturally. Exhale forcefully. So we're pushing all that stale prana that could be gathering toxins in the lower lungs. We're expelling that and we're breathing in beautiful fresh prana. So it looks like this. If you need your hands on your tummy, you can place the hands on the tummy and gently push the belly on the exhalation. As I said, inhale becomes automatic. So let's do 3 rounds. Try and keep the body as straight as you can. So sitting on your block or your bolster, hips are always higher than the knees. That allows for a lovely lengthening spine. And draw the crown of the head towards Father Sky. So take the hands onto the belly, or you can bring the palms down onto the knees, palms facing down. So let's begin. 3 rounds. At the end of each round, we're going to come into a kumbhaka. We're going to inhale, exhale, and then we're going to inhale and hold with air for the first round. Second round we'll hold without air, and then the third round we'll hold with air 1 more time. So bring the right foot onto the outside of the left. Heels line up as much as you can, or just come to your most comfortable position. Inhale. Exhale, snap the belly. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale fully. Chin to the chest. Inhale. Chin to the chest. Engage Jalalaband throat lock. Engage Mulaband root lock. Hold to your capacity. Allow the shoulders to fall. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale. 1 more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do our second round now. Kumbhaka is without air. So inhale. Snap the belly. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. Engage Mulaband root lock. Engage Jalalaband throat lock. Relax the shoulders. Hold without air to your capacity. When you're ready to start breathing, just breathe naturally. And let's come into our third round of Kapalabhati. Inhale. Exhale, snap the belly. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, exhale. Inhale fully. Chin towards the chest, engage Jalala Band throat lock, engage Mula Band root lock. Relax the shoulders. Hold to your capacity. When you're ready to start breathing, just come into normal yogic breath here. Inhale, tummy rises, chest expands. Exhale, chest falls towards the earth. And draw the tummy towards the spine. Inhale. Tummy rises, chest and shoulders expand in all directions. Exhale, chest falls towards the earth. And draw the tummy towards the spine. And come into your natural rhythm. So today's theme, Ganesh and all the qualities of Ganesha. Remover of all obstacles. Removing any obstacle that's in your life right now. And just setting that intention for today's practice. Let's allow the chin to fall towards the chest. Spine is long, and then roll the head so that the left ear just comes to the left shoulder. Roll the chin around now to the chest, and right ear comes to right shoulder. Very, very slow, gentle movements. Let's go to the left side again. And then back to the right. Come back to center. And bring the eyes to the horizon. With a soft gaze. Take the gaze to the left side. Gaze over the left shoulder. Come back through center. And gaze to the right shoulder. Come back through center, one more each side. And then come back to center. Raise the left hand, bring it over to the right side and gently guide the head so that the left ear comes to left shoulder. Back up to center, swap the hands over. Right hand, guide the right ear to the right shoulder. Up to center. Let's do that one more time. Left ear to left shoulder. And then right ear to right shoulder. Come up to center. Now very, very gently, chin to the chest. And we're going to roll the neck into a nice big circle. Just be very gentle here. Only go to your capacity. Three circles, and then we'll come to the other side, so the opposite direction when the chin comes back to the chest. One more. Chin to the chest. Make a fist with the right hand and bring the thumb, allow the thumb to release. Take the gaze to the tip of the thumbnail and then keep the head straight. Keep the eyes on the thumbnail. Back to center. So eye gazing. Yoga for the eyes. Let's take the thumb up, gazing at the tip of the thumbnail. And then down. Let's bring the left thumb up. Take it out to the side, keep the head straight, gaze to the tip of the fingernail. And let's take it up. And down. One more round. Let's bring the thumb up. Out to the side, right hand. This practice is called Tradika. Up. You can also do it with a candle. Different forms of Tradika. Bring that thumb in this time. Very, very slowly, right into the tip of the nose. And then out again. Exercising all the muscles of the eyes. One more on the left side. Keeping the gaze on the thumbnail. Moving very slowly. This is strengthening our eye muscles. Exercising the eyes. Okay. So just removing your block off to the side, or your bolster, whatever you have. Bring the hands onto the hips. Let's warm up the body. We're warming up the spine before we come into our Akhanda yoga practice today. Both sit bones are on the earth. Nice big circles. Lead with the heart here. Opening up the heart. Strength. Courage. And then with the help of Ganesh, we'll be removing all obstacles. So when we chant to any deity, any god, we're invoking their qualities into our life. It's actually Ganesh festival here in India at the moment. It's normally a very big celebration in Mumbai. Let's go back the other way. But of course this year with COVID, it's a little bit quiet. And then make your circles smaller and smaller. Close down the eyes. Long through the spine. And gently come into a natural pause here. Spine is long. Visualize the body in this mountain position. So taking the thoughts to the crown of the head and just imagining the body as a mountain. Solid. Solid at the base. Reaching high into the sky at the crown. Let's inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathing through the nostrils here. Inhale. Exhale, take the right hand to the left knee. Apply gentle pressure. Back of the knee, back of the hand, take the gaze over the left shoulder. Spine is long, draw the crown to the sky. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. Back of the hand, back of the knee, gentle pressure, lift up through the spine. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale up to center. Take the left hand onto the earth or the elbow and bring the right hand over the head. Nice big stretch through the right side body. Take the gaze down to the left fingertips. And just breathe. Ujjayi breath, gentle ocean sound in the back of the throat. Let's inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Fingertips, if that's your position today, or bring the elbow down. Nice big lengthening through the left side body. Take the gaze to the right fingertips. Let's inhale up. Exhale down. Let's come over onto all fours for our asana, cat-cow pose. We're going to inhale, tilt the tailbone, gaze to the sky. Exhale, round the shoulders, gaze to the knee. Inhale up. Exhale down. A few more rounds just like this. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Take the knees wide onto the mat. Touch the big toes together. Exhale, Ardha Yoga Mudra, Child's Pose. Walk the fingertips forward, leave the elbows off the earth. Feel a nice stretch right through the shoulders here. Now this is your resting pose today. If at any time you would like to come into a rest, then listen to your body, always listen to your body. Come into child's pose. When you're ready, draw the hands back, bring the knees together. Let's come back into table. Take the knees to just hip width apart. Tuck the toes, and we're going to exhale here into mountain, Parvatasana. Now draw the heels towards the earth, tailbone to the sky, gaze to the navel. Push the hands away. Inhale up on the tippy toes, exhale down. Inhale tippy toes, exhale down. Inhale, raise the right leg. Bring the right foot through the hands, left heel, left knee to the earth. Bring the left foot onto the top of the mat. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Palms are facing each other, opening up the heart here. And strength and courage. Hold here, ekam, dve, trini, chaturthi, pancha. Hands to the earth. Tuck the left toes, straighten the left leg. Bring that right leg back without a sound if you can, holding into plank. Ekam, dve, trini, draw everything into the core. Chaturthi, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, dasha. Draw the tailbone to the sky. Come back into your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Draw the tailbone to the sky, gaze to the navel. Gently guide the hands away like you're pushing the mat forward. Hold here, ekam, dve, trini, chaturthi, pancha. Let's raise that left leg. Bring the left foot through the hands, right knee to the earth, and the top of that right foot on the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Square the shoulders, palms are facing each other. Ekam, dve, trini, chaturthi, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, dasha. Hands to the earth. Let's take the right toes to the earth. Bring that left leg back. Hold in plank here for another count of 10. Ekam, dve, trini, chaturthi, pancha, shat, sapta. Draw everything into the core. Nava, dasha. Knees to the earth, hips to the heels, Ardha Yoga Mudra, child's pose. Let's inhale. Tuck the toes, exhale into mountain. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Now you can step or hop to the front of the mat. And just come around here. Let's take the hands onto opposite elbows. Allow the head to fall towards the earth. Bend the knees here to protect the back. And let's sway from side to side. Come back to center. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes one more time to end on a positive note. Bring the 2-piece fingers under the big toes. Inhale.
Take the gaze forward. Exhale. Draw the chin towards the shin. Inhale. Take the hands underneath the feet. Inhale. Take the gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Keeping the knees bent just to your capacity. And then allow that to release. Let's just bring up the body one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders down and onto the back. Let's inhale. Take hold of the left wrist, ground down through the right foot, and then just fold to the right side. Nice big stretch through the left side body. Chandrasana, moon pose. Inhale. Take hold of the right wrist, left hand, ground down through the left foot. Take the gaze to the left side. Feel a nice lengthening through the right side body. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's come to the front of the mat. We're going to do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. So let's inhale up. Slight back bend if it's in your practice. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. So you can step or hop back. And then knees, chest, and chin. Slide the feet away. Inhale. Up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale into mountain. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step or hop forward. Gaze forward. Exhale, chin to shin. Inhale, circle the arms up. Slight back bend, and then hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back or hop back. Knees, chest and chin one more time before we come into Chaturanga. And then inhale. Up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale into mountain. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, step or hop forward, take the gaze forward. Exhale, chin to shin. Inhale, circle the arms up. Slight back bend, hands to heart center. Let's do one more round. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, jump back. Now Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows close to the body. And then inhale up into up dog. Exhale and down dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Step or hop forward. Take the gaze forward. Exhale, chin to shin. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back into the center of the mat. Let's bend the knees. Take the fingertips down to the earth. Feet are just slightly apart here. Inhale. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Ekam. Draw everything into the core. 2, 3, Chaturthi, Pancha, hands to the earth. Straighten the knees. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take the hands down beside the body. So we're going to come into tree pose here. So ground down through the left foot. Lift the toes and then spread the toes, happy toes. Shoulders are up and down on the back. You can bring that right toe to the earth, heel to the inside of the lower leg. Or you can bring it onto the calf. Or come up onto the thigh. Press the foot into the thigh into the foot, hands to heart center. And just breathe here. Take your gaze onto the wall or just the floor, a couple of meters in front of you. And then inhale up. Exhale, open up the hands, full expression of tree pose, fingers in Jana Mudra. Ekam, Dwe, Trini, Chaturthi, Pancha, hands to heart center. And then let that go. Give the legs a shake. Let's come into the other side. So grounding down through the right foot, lift the toes and then spread the toes, happy toes. Come into your pose. Toes to the earth is fine, or on the shin, or on the thigh. Push the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. Take the gaze onto the floor or the wall, something that's not moving. Inhale. Exhale, full expression of tree pose. Ekam, Dwe, Trini, Chaturthi. Pancha, inhale. Exhale down. Let that go. Let's take the feet shoulder width apart and have the toes out on a 45-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale. Coming down into your squat position. Tilt the tailbone forward. Hands to the heart center. Namalasana is our perfect anatomical position for waist. Malasana is mala, which is waist material, and asana, which is pose. Also the optimal birthing position. So anytime you get a chance to sit in malasana, please do so. Even if you sit on a block with a back against the wall. This is strengthening our thighs, hips, calf muscles. You can feel it everywhere. Such a good pose. And of course it's the optimal pose to release waist or mala. Now if it's in your practice, bring the shoulders down a little lower, bring the hands out in front and then take them around, maybe clasp the hands together. Just breathe here. If that's not in your practice, stay with hands to heart center. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Let's bring the hands back to heart center. Draw the elbows into the knees. Allow the knees to maybe come a little wider. Let's bring the hands down onto the mat and come onto the knees. Sit high on the sit bones. Shoulders up and down on the back. Let's clasp the hands behind the back here. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Raise the hands up over the head. Inhale. And then let that go. Roll the shoulders up and down and back. Let's come up onto the knees now. Ustrasana, camel pose. This is another beautiful heart opener. Courage and strength. Let's inhale. Exhale. Allow the head to fall back. Inhale. Let's do that one more time so you can have the hands onto just below the buttocks. Inhale. Exhale, allow the head to fall back. If it's in your practice, you can bring the left hand down onto the left heel and the right. Draw the heart to the sky. And allow the head to fall back. Hold here. When you're coming up, one hand at a time. Let's bring the toes together. Hands out in front. And just resting here in child's pose for a few minutes. Inhale. Let's tuck the toes, then bring the legs forward into Dandasana. Sit high on the sit bones. Draw the toes back towards the body so you're really engaging through the hamstrings here. Allow the hands to just sit gently next to the thighs. Long through the spine. Engage the core here. So allow the hands to stay where they are and then draw the feet to the earth, lift up the hips, allow the head to fall back into reverse tabletop here. Three, two, and one. Hands and the heels stay where they are. Come back into Dandasana. Draw the toes towards the body. Engage all the abdominal muscles. So draw the transverse abdominis in towards the belly button. Lots of things to remember here. Hands are on the earth. Draw the toes towards the body. Spine is long. Engaging all the abdominal muscles. Let's leave the heels where they are. Come up into that reverse tabletop one more time. Allow the head to fall back. Inhaling on the rise and then hold here. Couple of breaths. Tailbone high. 3, 2, and 1. Heels to the earth. Draw the buttocks back in line with the hands. Take the gaze forward. I'm going to do that one more time. Toes drawn back towards the body, engaging right through the hamstrings. One more time. Inhale up. Allow the head to fall back. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift the hips high. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Let's inhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Take the hands onto the shins or onto the toes. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take the gaze forward. Exhale, let that go. Let's do that one more time. We're going to try and come a little further this time. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can bring the hands around the feet. Take the gaze forward and then exhale, fold. Inhale, take the gaze forward. Exhale, let that go. Bring the knees into the chest. Clasp the hands together and take the hands underneath the feet. We're just going to do the best that we can do here. Inhale. Exhale, allow the heels to slide away. Allow the chest to just rest on the thighs. Come to your edge. Your knees don't have to be on the earth, just to your edge. Inhale. Exhale, let that go. Let's bend the right knee. Take the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, raise the right hand. Bring the right hand back onto the earth, raise the left hand. And bring that left elbow to the outside of the left knee, of the right knee. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale. Just come both hands to the left side, for a counter twist. Then come back to center. Straighten the right leg. Bring that bend the left knee. Bring the left foot to the outside of the right ankle. Right knee. Inhale, raise the left hand. Bring the left hand behind, raise the right hand, and then bring the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Long through the spine, and take the gaze over the left shoulder. Flex that right foot. Then come back to center, both hands to the right side. Let's come onto the tummy now. Make a pillow with the hands and just take the gaze to the right side. Just relax here for a few moments. Then bring the hands out in front. Inhale. Raise the right hand and the left leg. Take the gaze forward. Exhale down. Inhale, raise the right leg, left hand. Exhale down. Let's do that one more each side, right hand, left leg. Exhale down. Left arm, right leg. Exhale down. We're going to do both arms, both legs at the same time now. Inhale up. Squeeze your buttocks. Hold here. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. So take hold of the tops of the feet with the hands. We're going to inhale, take the gaze forward, and then lift the knees off the earth. Take the feet away from the buttocks. Hold here. Exhale down. Have a rest. We're going to do 2 more times. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale down. Take the gaze to the opposite side. One more time. Inhale. And let it go. Make a pillow with the hands. And just rest here for a few moments. Breathe. Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Let's come over onto the back. We're going to come into our bridge pose. So have the hands down beside the body. Bend the knees, the soles of the feet are close to the buttocks. Inhale, tilt the tailbone, lift the hips off the earth, clasp the hands together and then draw the shoulder blades together. Hold here. Unclasp the hands, allow the body to come back down to earth, tilt the tailbone. Bring the knees into the chest here. Give them a big hug.
And then nice big circles. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. Back the other way. Bring the soles of the feet onto the earth one more time, hands down beside the body. Tilt the tailbone, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Draw the shoulder blades together. This time come up onto the tippy toes. Breathe. And then let it go. Tilt the tailbone, knees into the chest. This time, circles in opposite directions. Back the other way. Soles of the feet to the earth. Now we're going to do bridge one more time, but if you want to come into full wheel and you're confident in full wheel, then you're more than welcome to do that. Otherwise, just come into bridge. But if you're coming into full wheel, come with me. The hands, the fingertips face the toes, hands at either side of the head. We're going to tilt the tailbone, come up onto the crown of the head, and then straighten the arms. When you come down, take the gaze to the sky, protect the neck, and then knees into the chest. Give them a big hug. Let's take the two-piece fingers around the big toes. Inhale. And then exhale, draw the feet towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knees towards the armpits into happy baby. Spine is flat on the earth, tilting the tailbone. You can stay here in happy baby, or you can rock from side to side. Massaging that sacrum and the lower back. And when you're ready, coming into stillness. Release the feet, draw the knees together. Let's give them one more hug. So straighten the left leg out, keep the right foot in. Straighten the left leg out, point the toes. Going to inhale. Exhale, draw the chin towards the right knee. Both toes are pointed. Hold here. Draw everything into the core. And then let that go. Swap the legs over, pointing both toes. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the knee. Exhale down. Let's do that one more time on the right. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the knee. exhale down. Let's change it to the other side. Draw the left knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the knee. And then exhale, let that go. Bring the arms down beside the body. Allow the feet to fall out to the side. And just relax here. Soft ujjayi breath. And a little mini shavasana. And let's bring the feet together. Hands are down beside the body here, palms facing down, or if you need a little bit more support, you can take the hands underneath the buttocks. Inhale, we're going to gently draw the legs so that they're straight and lift the head off the earth, take the gaze to the feet. Bend the toes here, engage through the hamstrings. And then let it go very, very slowly back down to the earth. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Lift the head off the earth. Hands are underneath the buttocks if you need more support. Otherwise, keep the palms down beside the body. And then exhale down. Using the core here to be very, very mindful of the neck. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale up. Lifting the head. If it's in your practice, if not, just keep the head on the earth. And then let that go. So we're coming into our Matsyasana now, fish pose. Roll over onto the right side body. Bring that left arm underneath the left buttocks. Then roll on top of that left arm. Bring the right arm under. Draw the chest towards the sky and the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Come up onto the crown of the head into our Matsyasana fish pose. Draw everything into the core, raise the right leg. And let it go. Raise the left leg. Let it go. Now, if it's in your practice, we're going to raise both legs. And then let it go. Slide the head away. Release the hands. Come down to rest 1 more time. So we're going to come into our inversion. If it's in your practice, you can do a shoulder stand. If not, come up against the wall. I'll just come up. If you want to do a shoulder stand, by all means, do so. If you would like to just do legs up the wall, then you can come up against the wall onto the side of the wall. Sit nice and close to the wall so your buttocks is hard up against the wall. Then we're going to lay down, take the legs up the wall. And then just wiggle so that the buttocks is touching the wall. You can bring the left hand onto the heart, right hand onto the solar plexus. Flex the feet so you're engaging through the hamstrings. Bring the hands down beside the body. So beside the body, on the heart, or you can raise the hands above the head, clasp the hands together is also quite nice, and that's opening up the heart space as well. Just remember to keep flexing the feet. So although you're in a nice inversion here and you're fully supported by the wall, you're still engaging through the hammies. So if that's you, stay with legs up against the wall. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, we'll come into a nice shoulder stand. Supported Savandasana. Okay, so let's lay down on the back, bring the knees into the chest and then raise the legs. Hands are down beside the body. We're going to inhale and take the hands onto the lower back. Please keep the head straight. Don't look to the side when you're in an inversion. Very bad for the neck. So we need to protect the neck here. So you can wiggle the shoulders together and come into your inversion, into shoulder stand. And just breathe. Now in shoulder stand, you can take the soles of the feet together. If you're against the wall, soles of the feet together, and allow the knees to come wide. So we're allowing all the blood to come back through the heart, back into the brain, all that beautiful fresh prana. And then straighten the legs up. If you're on the wall, straighten them up against the wall. And then allow the legs to come wide on the wall or in your Savandasana, shoulder stand. If you're in shoulder stand, just play with this. There's really no rules here. You can play around with Garandasana, twisting the legs into twisted roots. You may want to bring the feet on the knee to the forehead. Just play around. Now, if it's in your practice, allow the feet to come over the head into our plough pose. Maybe the knees can come down either side of the head. Give the ears a nice hug. Or if you're in shoulder stand, you might want to try coming into full lotus here. If you're on the wall, bring the knees into the chest and just gently roll over to the right side body. If you're coming with me and you're in halasana, bring the knees into the chest and then gently roll down one vertebra at a time. If you're in full lotus, we're going to gently roll down one vertebra at a time. And then gently allow the knees to come to the earth. Bring the hands under the buttocks, raise up, come into Malasana. Come into Matsyasana, one more time. Taking hold of the toes. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then gently let go. Slide the head away. Allow the legs to unravel. If you're on the wall, come back onto your mat. Let's come into our twist now. So I'm just going to move these candles out of the way. So laying down on the back, let's raise the legs. Take the right leg across the left and then back underneath into twisted roots. Bring the arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, allow both knees to fall to the left side. Take the gaze to the right fingertips. If it's in your practice, you can bring that left hand onto the right knee. Gaze to the right fingertips and then just breathe here. Allow the body to relax. Inhale. Swap the legs over so the left leg crosses high on the thigh and then back under into twisted roots. Inhale. Exhale, allow both legs to fall to the right side. Take the gaze to the left. If it's in your practice, bring that right hand onto the left knee. Gently guide it towards the earth. And breathe into this beautiful reclining twist. Inhale back up into center. Undo the legs. Bring them into the chest. Let's give them a nice big hug. Take the knees in opposite directions. Back the other way. Just a nice big massage on the sacrum. Hands underneath the knees. We're going to roll up 3 times to a sitting position. If you don't want to roll along the spine, please just roll to the right side with helping hands coming up. Come with me. Use the core. And let's come into your Shavasana. Gathering anything you need for your Shavasana to be the most comfortable that you can be. You may want to take a bolster underneath the knees. Take a blanket, eye pillow if you have one. Maybe even a pillow for your under your head. Or you can roll up a blanket and put that underneath the neck is also quite comfortable. Just making any last minute adjustments to be the most comfortable that you can be. Let's inhale deeply. Exhale with a sigh. Let it go. One more big breath. Inhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Soft ujjayi breath. And take the awareness to the heart space. And visualize beautiful white light inside the heart space. Inhale. Heart space opens and the white light comes out over the chest. Exhale. Recedes back into the body from where it came. Inhale. Heart opens, white light comes out over the chest and the shoulders. Exhale. Healing light recedes back into the body. Inhale. Heart space opens, white light comes out over the chest, over the shoulders, and surrounds the whole body. Exhale. Rise above your body. Visualize your body laying on its place on this earth, surrounded by beautiful white, healing light. And take your awareness now to the sounds within the room. Take your awareness now to any sounds outside the room. Maybe you can hear the gentle rain outside. Hearing, sensing the sounds of the universe, the sounds of life. And gather all those sounds, gather all those energies from outside the room. And gently guide them into the room, into the four corners of the room. All the energies of the universe. Inhale. And exhale.
Inhale. Gather all those energies from the four corners of this room and draw it into your white light, surrounding the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Gather all your white light, all the energies from the universe and life outside, and draw it into the heart space. Inhale. Gathering any loose energies, exhale, bring it into the heart space. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, the heart space closes up. The white light with all the energy from the earth filters right through the body, right through to the fingertips, right through the toes. Then allow the body to soak up all these energies and become heavy, connected to the earth, connected to your place in this earth. Removing all obstacles in your life. Peace and tranquility. Slowly introducing movement into the fingers and toes. Gently rolling the head from side to side. Raise the right hand above the head. Rolling over onto the right side body. Now staying here in the fetal position for a few moments. Take your thoughts back to today's intention. And carry that intention through the rest of the day. Acknowledging obstacles and then just let them float away. Don't allow anything or anyone to be an obstacle for you. With helping hands, coming up to a seated position. Sitting on a block or a bolster. Half lotus or easy pose. Let's take the two peace fingers of the right hand to the third eye center. Left hand in Jhana Mudra, palms facing up. Exhale. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close the left. Exhale right for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Soft shoulders. Inhale left. Close the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Soft shoulders. Let's do one more round together. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Float the right hand down to the right knee. Draw the chin just level with the earth. And just spend a moment here. Be in this moment. Clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Surrender yourself to Mother Earth. Inhale. Rub the hands together. Take the palms over the eyes. Feel the warmness. One breath. Draw the hands away from the face. Open the eyes to a soft gaze. Peace and tranquility for the whole body. Peace and kind words. Love, compassion in our heart space. Let's close our practice with one Om and 3 Shantis. Inhale. Inhale for Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste your neighbor. Namaste. Namaste.